Welcome back to Gun-Man Ballistic, folks. I'm your host, your guide, and a fellow student of the ever-evolving and often unforgiving world of firearms. What exactly forges a true legend? Is it the raw specs on paper, a design that breaks the mold, or is it something forged in fire, the kind of reputation earned through real-world hardship and the brutal test of time? Today, we're going deeper. We're not just asking what could work, we're asking what will work when everything falls apart, when the foundations of law and order collapse, which firearms rise to the occasion and prove themselves. This isn't about cutting-edge gear, fancy price tags, or hypothetical firepower. This is about hard-earned reputation, proven reliability, common-sense practicality, and no-nonsense performance. We've put together a countdown of 7 firearms that have stood tall when others failed, chosen for their simplicity, reliability, ease of maintenance, and the availability of ammunition in a post-collapse world. And we're going to break down not just the specs, but the why behind each pick. Let's get started. Kicking off our list is a rifle that might surprise a few folks. It's not tactical, and it's not designed for combat, but for survival. It's one of the best out there. I'm talking about the Ruger 10-22, a semi-automatic rifle chambered in .22 long rifle, first hitting the scene back in the year 1964. Since then, this little rimfire has become a household name among shooters, with millions made and still going strong today. Its blowback-operated action is dead simple, easy to clean, and highly dependable. That unique 10-round rotary magazine is compact, rugged, and feeds flawlessly. But the biggest strength of the Ruger 10-22? Sheer practicality. In any long-term survival situation, small game becomes your main protein source, and .22 long rifle ammo is about as common as pocket lint. It's lightweight, dirt cheap, and you can haul hundreds if not thousands of rounds without breaking a sweat. Plus, it's quiet compared to centerfire cartridges, helping you stay off the radar. It's also the perfect trainer. If someone in your group is new to firearms, this rifle is one of the safest, easiest ways to teach core marksmanship skills without breaking the bank. Here's the breakdown. It's lightweight, user-friendly, accurate at modest distances, and the aftermarket support is insane. You can trick one out into a tactical rig, a target shooter, or even a suppressed bug-out rifle. The downside? Well, .22 long rifle doesn't pack a punch. It's not what you want to grab when real danger comes knocking. This one's built for hunting and training, not fighting. Price-wise, it's one of the most budget-friendly options out there. Brand new, you can grab a standard Ruger 10-22 for a few $100. And if you check the used market, deals are everywhere. Moving on to number 6. We've got a timeless workhorse, the .357 Magnum revolver. Think models like the Smith & Wesson Model 686 or the Ruger GP100. These are old-school wheel guns built like tanks and trusted for good reason. No gas systems, no slides, no feeding ramps, just good old-fashioned mechanics that work. The double-action, single-action trigger system gives you the flexibility of a light precision shot or a rapid string of follow-ups. What makes a revolver like this so valuable when the chips are down? Simplicity. Even if you're dealing with wet, dirty conditions or decades of neglect, a revolver just keeps running. No stovepipes, no feeding failures. Pull the trigger, it goes bang. And if one round fails, pull again and you're right back in business. The .357 Magnum is also incredibly versatile. You can load full-house Magnum rounds for defense, or drop down to .38 Special for training, plinking, or when you just don't need that extra punch. Advantages: extreme reliability, potent stopping power, and flexibility in ammunition. The downside? Limited capacity, typically 6 shots, maybe 7, and reloads take more time and practice compared to a semi-auto. Recoil with magnum loads can be intense, especially for new shooters. Price-wise, these aren't bargain bin guns. A new Smith & Wesson 686 or Ruger GP 100 will run you somewhere between $700 and over $1,000, depending on features and finishes. But these aren't guns you wear out, they're built to be heirlooms. At number 5, we have the undisputed king of close-range defense, the 12-gauge pump shotgun. This is the blunt force tool of the firearms world, and it's been doing work since the mid-20th century. The top contenders here are the Mossberg 500 and 590 and the Remington 870. These guns are battle-tested, used by military, law enforcement, and civilians alike for decades. Their manual operation is straightforward and brutally effective. Rack the fore-end, eject the spent shell, load the next. It's all muscle memory and mechanical certainty. Why is the 12-gauge so high on this list? Simple, devastating power and ammo versatility. Up close, buckshot ends fights immediately. The sound of that pump being cycled, that alone can send bad guys running. And when you factor in the different load slugs for big game, birdshot for small game, and even less lethal options, it becomes a true all-purpose survival firearm. Pros: tremendous stopping power, flexibility with loads, and tough as nails reliability. Also, you can pick one up without emptying your wallet. Cons: heavy recoil, slow reloads, limited capacity, usually 5 to 9 shells, and bulkier handling, especially indoors. Cost-wise, these are solidly in the affordable camp. A new Mossberg 500 or Remington 870 will set you back somewhere between $300 and $600, depending on the model and finish. And the second-hand market is full of great deals if you know where to look. At position number 4 sits what many consider the most trusted and widely used semi-automatic handgun in the modern era, the Glock 19. Originally released in the late 1980s as a more compact alternative to the Glock 17, this pistol reshaped the entire handgun landscape. Built around a durable polymer frame with a minimalist internal system and Glock's iconic safe action mechanism, it quickly became the go-to sidearm for military personnel, law enforcement agencies, and civilian carriers around the globe. It is chambered in 9x19mm parabellum, hands down the most commonly available handgun cartridge on Earth. So why is the Glock 19 ranked this high? It's that perfect blend of concealability, capacity, and near indestructible function. It's small enough for everyday carry, but big enough to shoot with confidence and accuracy. With a standard 15-round magazine, it offers plenty of firepower. But most importantly, the Glock is legendary for operating in the worst possible conditions. Caked in mud, soaked in water, dry as bone without lube, it just keeps sending rounds downrange. And in a world that's falling apart, that kind of certainty is priceless. Its biggest advantages include unmatched reliability, a lightweight design, high capacity, excellent resistance to harsh weather, and the global availability of both ammunition and spare parts. Downsides? Some folks dislike the grip angle, and the factory trigger isn't exactly a dream. But in the grand scheme, these are minor nitpicks. Price-wise, a brand new Glock 19 usually lands between $500 and $650, and because of its reputation, it holds resale value exceptionally well. Finding one, new or used, is never a challenge. Now we enter the top 3, the rifle zone. At number 3, we meet the most iconic rifle of the American civilian world, the AR-15. Originally developed by Eugene Stoner back in the late 1950s, This platform became the foundation for the military's M16 and later the M4. Over the decades, it evolved into the most popular rifle in the United States and among NATO-aligned nations. The AR-15 operates using either a direct impingement or gas piston system and is most often chambered in 5.56 by 45 mm NATO. What sets the AR apart is its endless modularity and superb ergonomics. It's basically adult Legos. You can swap barrels, handguards, triggers, stocks, optics, even the upper receiver to build exactly the rifle you need, whether for close quarters defense or precision shots at extended range. The 5.56 cartridge delivers high velocity and flat trajectory, making hits at varying distances more achievable for most shooters. Among its strengths, low recoil, lightweight, high accuracy, top-tier ergonomics, and infinite customization. Its biggest drawback lies in its direct impingement system, which demands more frequent cleaning to avoid carbon buildup that can affect function. Dirt and grime are less tolerated compared to platforms like the A. Price? That's all over the map. Entry-level models can be found for around $500 to $700, while premium rifles from respected builders can cost well into the thousands. But thanks to its massive popularity, parts and ammo are always easy to come by, at least in much of North America and Europe. Now at number 2, we encounter the AR-15's rugged Eastern counterpart, the legendary AKM, a modernized descendant of the original AK-47, designed by Mikhail Kalashnikov. In the aftermath of World War II, the AK series was created to arm conscripts, simple, fast to manufacture, and brutally reliable under hellish conditions. Chambered in 7.62 by 39 mm, the AK delivers serious stopping power with every pull of the trigger. Why does the AKM rank this high? Because of two words: reliability and availability. Over 100 million rifles based on the AK design have been built, and you'll find them from the jungles of South America to the deserts of the Middle East. Its long-stroke gas piston system and generous internal tolerances let it run with filthy ammo, sand, snow, and neglect. This rifle doesn't care if it's clean, it just keeps working. Its strengths include near unbreakable durability, the heavy-hitting 7.62 cartridge, and a maintenance process so simple you can train a new shooter in minutes. Weaknesses? Less refined ergonomics, more recoil than the AR platform, and lower precision at extended ranges. Also, mounting optics or accessories often requires aftermarket solutions. As for cost, a decent AK-style rifle usually starts around $700, but high-end imports can push well past $1,500. Still, with ammo and parts found across the globe, it remains one of the most practical survival rifles in existence. And now, before we reveal the number 1 pick, let's take a step back. We've looked at legendary .22 rifles, reliable wheel guns, devastating shotguns, and the 2 most famous battle rifles ever made. But our final entry may come as a surprise. The top tool for surviving a collapse in law and order isn't a weapon at all. It's the mind behind the trigger. That's right. The most important tool in your arsenal is your training, your mindset, and your ability to adapt. No matter how fancy your gear is, it's useless in the hands of someone unskilled, panicked, or unprepared. You are the true weapon. Every firearm we've discussed requires a foundation of knowledge, from knowing how to safely clear a malfunction to understanding when to engage and when to hold fire. It takes discipline to clean your weapon, awareness to avoid danger, and calm under pressure to make life or death decisions. It takes skill to apply a tourniquet, repair gear, or keep your group safe and organized. All of that begins with you. The biggest benefit? Knowledge weighs nothing. It can't be stolen, and it serves you in every imaginable situation. The only downside is that building real skill takes time, practice, and dedication. There's no shortcut. You can't buy experience. You have to earn it. Whether it's through reading, taking courses, drilling fundamentals at the range, or just staying mentally sharp, this is the one investment that truly pays for itself. So there you have it. From the versatile Ruger 10/22 to the rugged AK, from legendary revolvers to the modular AR, all the way to the ultimate tool, the shooter behind the sights. In the end, it's not about shiny features or big names. It's about proven dependability, ease of maintenance, and being ready for whatever comes your way. If this breakdown gave you something to think about, we'd be honored if you join us by subscribing here at Gun-Man Ballistic. Your support helps us keep bringing deep dive content like this to the community. But now, it's your turn. What firearm tops your list when the world turns sideways? Did we leave out a platform you trust with your life? Drop your thoughts down in the comments, because every perspective adds strength to this community. Thanks for spending your time with us. Stay safe, stay sharp, and we'll catch you in the next one.